Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
All right, Mindy, we're going to start off with, certainly, decent pitching here. With Manoah, the much maligned Manoah. I don't care. I just want a guy that's going to go out there and deliver. So if you guys want to continue to make fun of him, that's fine. He hasn't been overwhelming yet, or maybe he won't be. Cole's been very good. Mindy, what's going to happen here? You guys already had a little bit of a discussion on this game, so let's break it down.
Yeah, I mean, so Cole, still hasn't given up a run at home with his .42 ERA. Both pitchers here have pretty high K rates. Yankees have only allowed 3 runs on the defensive side as well. I'm taking the under in this one, Ramon.
All right, Mindy, on the under here, Blue Jays and Yankees. I'm going to agree. I like this pitching matchup. I think it will be some solid pitching today, certainly. Yankees, are they starting to, I don't want to say come around, or what do you guys have to say on this one? Let's take a look at the chat. Latifah's falling asleep on us. I love that. She watch the show and she misses the games. I love that. Okay, I think Ash is saying Cole. Maybe take Cole. Is that what she's saying? Curtis, I don't want to go that long, but I want to talk about every game and get every pick up there. Here's Blake's got the Nerfy with the under. Darren says Yankees and under. Demetrius, Yankees and under. And I don't think Mick is talking about this game necessarily, because it's still, for the most part, 7.5, and I do think that's a little high. Look, there were some 8 under openers, I think, in the game. I don't think those lasted long at all. Not too many books. There were a couple that opened at 8, but I couldn't think. The lineups are already out for this game. Maybe I could just sneak a peek at them, make sure there's not anything goofy going on with the lineups today. But I did see that Springer, Bichette, Guerrero, Chapman, Varsho, Kirk, Belt, Merrifield, and Espinal. Volpe, Judge, Rizzo, Torres, Calhoun in there. Cordero in there. Trevino, Cabrera, Peraza. Okay. I'll take the under. Mindy, give me the under with you on that one. With Manoah and Cole, we got to play on that game.
Baseball consensus play.
Another Nerfy here. And Nathan, I think. Well, look, Cole. I don't think. Look, Blue Jay. We know the Jays can hit. There's no doubt both these teams can hit. Funny how the Yankee, right? Mindy, you think of the Bronx Bombers, but the Yankee games seem to have some low totals. And I would think good lineups, but good pitching. Refresh that too. Okay. Nationals and the Nationals and the Twins. The Twins are up to 290 now, Mindy. The total 7 over minus 125.
I liked how you said, "Oh no."
Well, gosh,
Twins. Cool has that pretty high ERA, 9 on the road with 3.6 home runs per 9 innings. Nationals still average 4.24 runs a game. I have this one going over the total, Ramon. I think it can get there. Give me over 7.
Mindy, for some reason, this game has continued to drop. Steam came in on the over. I guess it would be because of Pablo Lopez going up against Nationals lineup. I mean, he certainly is going to have a pretty strong advantage over guys like Lane Thomas, Meneses, the bottom of the lineup, certainly. I mean, this lineup for the National, I mean, this is not confirmed, but Thomas, Ruiz, Candelario, Meneses, Garcia, it's not threatening anybody right now, right? And especially a pitcher like Pablo Lopez, who, by the way, I mean, despite the Twins' success, they're 11-9. He's not been a profitable pitcher yet. When you're laying 290, that's going to be hard anyways, no matter what. I mean, in this spot, I'm going to go over as well. It does trouble me just a little bit seeing that these aren't like some, super under teams. They'd be kind of 50-50 pretty much for the most part. Maybe just a trend, maybe just a little bit trending to the under. I know we're going to see a lot of Twins support. You guys willing to lay some run line with them, though? Latifa says Minnesota. Butterscotch says he's going to do it. Nathan says Twinkies. And Blake says he'll do the run line. Demetrius Twins and over. Anybody willing, to put their total in with the Twins money line, maybe? To put this total in there with the Twins money line? We're going over. Latifa does like it. Solo likes it. Darren says Twins. Lazzy says Twins. You guys willing to lay 290? No, I don't. I don't even think it's wrong. That wrong. I think it's high. I think it's high for even against these lowly Washington Nationals, 6-13 on the season. Michael Thompson willing to lay it. Ash is going to take the Twins. Everybody's on the Twins. And I will say there is more sharp support for the Twins. I think that's why you see that line so high. And I don't know if the Nationals could ever be a public dog here. I just don't think enough people are interested in them at this point. Nathan, Twins first 5 run line. Darren says he'll lay 2.5. But at 7, Mindy, let's take the over.
Cool.
The Nationals haven't won for Chad Kuhl yet. We know that. But Curtis says he will go under in the game. It looks like so. Is it going to be a shutout? Is that it though, or more 3-2 type of thing? All right. Okay, Mindy. We saw it yesterday. What was I thinking? I was like, oh, I'm on the Dodgers. I'm on the Dodgers premium. So here you have May. Not great yet. Off of his come. I worry about the double surgery guys, or triple, whatever, how many ever he's had. But here's a public favorite, and I talk about the public favorites, how they've been crushing. I'm showing public favorites this week, having a very, very strong week. I mean, probably 70%. Now it's strictly. I want to say it's totally speculative. I mean, I'm just going off of looking at the percentages, which is always up for debate by people. I trust those numbers because when they deal with line services, that's part of the exchange. They get real-time line updates at sportsbooks in exchange for sharing their betting data. No reason for them to fudge the data. You want to cooperate with fellow books. So here's another public favorite, though, the Dodgers today. But May, I don't know. Wisniewski, I know you've been a little bit high on Wisniewski, I think. Go ahead.
I don't remember that, but maybe I was wrong.
Okay.
But, it could be. Who knows?
I was just going off my memory bank, which isn't good.
No, your memory's very good. So it's probably mine that's.
Well, at least I remember that somebody was going to Game 4. You're the one that always remembers what the chat said. I always say I need to do better. But I know someone's going.
Yeah, I didn't remember Game 4. I just knew they were heading to the Kraken, paying $450 a ticket plus $100 for parking. So it's going to be a fun one there, and food and beverage. That's a fun day. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and. I don't know. It's one of those that, Hayden here, Wesneski, has a huge ERA, right?
He does.
And it's one of those that both the Cubs and the Dodgers are scoring 5 runs of offense here per game. Dodgers also allow the 6.33 runs on the defensive side here. I'm looking for another high total today. I'm going to go over.
Okay. I see you guys out there. Bionic says, go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Latifah says over. I think Nathan said this one's over before it started, meaning hint, 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 going to take the over. Demetrius Cubs and over. Ash says Dodgers run line. Willing to just get out there and lay the run line here with the Dodgers. Not swayed by yesterday. And look, I'm willing to concede to what Tony's been talking about with the Dodgers that, they're down a little bit. The Cubs, hey, they've been strong right now. They're one of the surprises. I don't know. I think they felt like they've improved the team with their with changes, and I think it's paying off. Whether or not they can keep it up, 12-7 is a hot start. So Nathan says Wisniewski here. Butterscotch, he's got. Oh, okay, it's not a lock. Well, I see the yellow, but he's got the stars on there. But Cubs and over. Lassie Love over in this one. Solo on the Dodgers. Hey, Tony Livernessi's here today. Hi, Tony.
Hello.
Good to see you. The Cubs. And Relly Buns is also here. Great to see everyone here today. It's Mindy. I've just come to the conclusion. We want to see our channel. We all want to see the channel grow. Well, Tony's channel keeps growing. I don't want to say we're not going to be really, really popular handicappers, but it seems like we got about 80 friends at this point. We like
right.
it. We
Yeah,
feel
we
pretty
hang
good
out
about
in the morning and drink our coffee and all that kind of good
love
stuff.
that. We want it to go up. We've had those 100, whatever, but you know what? There's you, me, and about 78 of our every day, like consistent right now. It feels like
sure.
So value each and every one of you on that, because it seems like that's where we're at. Must be the same people. Love that. The Dodgers will score 12. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I didn't mean to put words in your mouth about Wisniewski, and I know that,
Maybe I did. I don't know.
But he's a gamer out there, and they've been winning his starts as well. Darren on the under. I think I'm going to miss that one. So Darren on the under here. But I think I'm with you, Mindy. I'm looking to go over. Did we have Scott's weather report or anything? Wind blowing out to right field all game long, 11 to 12 miles an hour. Definitely chance of rain here in this one, mostly around the middle innings. It's going to rain before the game. It's going to stop raining when the game starts. It's going to continue raining all through the afternoon. That does worry me a little bit when it talks about the over here, but I'm going to agree with Mindy. Tony's pitching. I was going to say Liverneski with the high ERA. Liverneski with the high ERA. I meant Wisniewski. Okay, Brent says Dodgers when they're up against a right-hander. He says he'll take the Dodgers. So, Dodgers, yeah, definitely. I still have them probably top 7 offense. Maybe I have them about number 7 or so in my rankings. And Mindy, that guy is here.
Hey, there's that guy.
Hello to that guy. Thank you, and great comment. First time I think we've seen that guy. And to come in with a great comment like this, Dodgers too banged up. In a few weeks, they'll turn it around. Yeah, we seen Mookie Betts at shortstop. I don't think it's totally crazy. To me, he's a kind of could easily be a hybrid. We've seen enough at second base, right? But even on that play, they were like that went a little bit viral. The double play, he didn't look totally comfortable, but he did make a nice play.
That's funny, that guy. That's right.
Good to have that guy. So, okay, and yeah, Rocco talking about, I believe, that Dodger lineup. Yeah, I mean, you got uh, basically Martinez in there. You got JD third right now, Max. Okay, any more? Yeah, we do a few more comments. I think Curtis, there is a little bit of a clue that we know that guy is that guy.
Right.
So Mindy and I know the clue, but we don't know that guy. We could go all day on this, couldn't we? Butterscotch says he's impressed by the Cubs pitching, right? We talked about it with Smiley, with Stroman. And like I said, I am supporting Wisniewski to a certain extent. I like what I see. I'm not defending the numbers. I'm just talking about the mentality, the potential. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, the Rockies and the Phillies here. One thing the Rockies got going for them is Kyle Freeland. And, well, we'll see right now with what you might have about Christopher Sanchez. He's coming in off of an injury, shut down to start the season, but right now finally going to make his debut here. He did have some interesting performances last year late in the season. And in this one, the Phillies are a huge favorite, though, despite their slow start. Don't forget, I mean, I know we all want to talk about good. They're still only 9-12. Rockies just 6-15. But Kyle Freeland, he's been at least a little bit of a bright spot.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of give the Rockies, a chance here. I'm going to go ahead and I want to take them on the run line, but then that's sitting at like minus 160. And I don't know if that's, worthy of my pick today. I don't really have too much information on Mr. Sanchez there. Ramon talked about him a little bit. But, Freeland's numbers are great. Like you said, he hasn't given up any earned runs here at home. The Phillies average like 4 runs a game. The Rockies average 3. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the under. I have this one coming in around, 7, and that one is sitting at 10. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go under the total is where I'm going to be, even though I kind of want to give the Rockies a chance here in this run. I think it's just too high a price for me.
Yeah, Sanchez mostly in relief last year. He started the season with the team and then was sent back down for a majority of the season, and basically through, let's see, maybe he was working as one performance against Cincinnati in late August, 6 innings, 6 hits, did give up a couple of home runs, but didn't walk any. And had another 5-inning performance against the Nationals, throwing 60 pitches, no earned runs in an 11-0 win. These are just a sample of the game, but most of the appearances that he had were sporadic. Here's a player that really didn't see too much I don't know exactly his timetable as far as his ups and downs. I mean, there were spans where he didn't pitch for nearly a month in there, so I assume that he was kind of shuttled back and forth a little bit. So, oh man, let me catch up here with you guys in the comments while I'm trying to figure that out, because it looks like a lot of comments on this game actually. Fernando says Rockies money line. Rocco says sneaky over. Fernando says the Phillies got lucky yesterday. Latifa says they need to get it together.
Right.
And I think when they get their players healthy, it will help, certainly. Blake on the under with you here. Lazzy Love says under. Rocco was trying to get you to take the Rockies, it looks like.
I think so. It's one of those I want to, but gosh, minus 160 on a run line. I don't know.
And Butterscotch giving the weather in this game. Stiff winds, left, right, I'm sorry, center, left, center, it looks like. At, yes, 18 to 20 miles an hour. Butterscotch says he'll take the Rockies plus a run and a half here. Steam came in on the Phillies, no doubt. And Ash says Phillies, but big price. Now, that's a fact, right? I mean, and who wants to lay a big price?
Right.
I'll do what Mindy said to do. I'll take the Rockies plus a run and a half. Darren says the under. Solo says the under. Leroy's here today. Phillies money line, willing to go that $1.80.
Just do what Moneyline Mill says. Stay away.
We cannot. And Michelle's here today. We're all here. We're all here now. I mean,
right. I mean, once Michelle gets here,
give me one good name. Give me one person in the chat, one of our friends that we have not seen here today. Anybody? All right. And one more here. Nathan says, sprinkle a bit on the money line with the Rockies. All right. Who isn't here today? That's what I'm asking. Okay, Mindy, we end up with a doubleheader. Hope we get this one right, because actually, I'm not sure we can. What do you guys think? I'm not even sure we can confirm Sandy at this point. Let me see here.
I put pass, no pitchers listed.
Yeah.
But based on bats, I would go under. That's what I put down.
Because the bats are because of these...
based on the bats, I would go under.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. Look, we're supposed to make a pick on every game, I guess. Okay. Do you want to just say under? And
that's why I'm going to go under.
I don't know if
I think
Sandy's going to pitch. What do you guys think? I think Bieber. Well, Bieber's pretty much listed, I believe, on most of the books or sites anyway.
Said he thinks it's Jeff Lindgren.
Okay, that would be a pretty big news for sure. So I won't trouble us, I don't think, with a total. I won't burden us, if you will. I can say it like that. And I won't go under. I would think everybody would go under if it's Alcantara and Bieber. And I feel like it will be Bieber. Here's the thing, you guys. There's a game 2. Yeah, Garrett's game 2. So let me start to talk about it here a little bit. But I believe this will be a game 1. I'm showing game 2 as the pictures from yesterday's game, which is interesting, right? But it looks like all the sports books seem to agree that game 2 is Garrett and Plesac. So it's only a matter of what's going to happen in game 1. And quite frankly, I don't think we know yet. So Takia, I think, under in this game. This one's going to be hard. Somebody's clowning it up, says Butterscotch. I hope it's not me. Okay, Rocco, thank you on that. Yeah, I'm not sure at all. If I'm the Marlins, I hope I have Sandy, but I'm going to check one thing here. I'm going to check one particular website that I should have checked before this game to make sure. And I probably should have. Let's see here. All right. Taking a look at that rotate. Yeah, it's just too much open there. Cabrera's not expected to pitch, but that's Tuesday. He can't go. Sandy may be going tomorrow. So, okay. I appreciate that information. That was pretty solid there. What I'll end up doing is I will take Cleveland, whatever the price is. I'll just be stuck with it. I'm sure that, if it's Bieber against Lindgren, I would think that the Guardians are probably going to be 180, right, you guys? What do you think? All right. And we'll get to game 2 in just a moment. We're going to kind of go in order here. Yeah. Butterscotch says he's. I don't know. To me, it just feels like, and again, I'm starting to agree with with the fact that maybe Lindgren in there, as Rocco said. So I'll just take Cleveland, just be on the safe side. But I don't know, Butterscotch. Can you really just? Are you really willing to not throw away, but say you don't like? Sure, Sandy has not pitched the way he is expected to, but is it going to be like
he's giving up some big innings? I think that's the deal, right?
But considering the history, I mean, are you going to really just jump off him, or? All right, here we go, Mindy. Let's get a game. We know what's going on. Here's the Mets taking on the Giants. Logan Webb. They can't win for him right now, and Peterson in here hasn't been that great either. But we're talking about the Mets a little bit. Here we go, Mets.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Mets here. Closely rated one for me though in this one. Mets average 5 runs a game of offense and have the better bullpen. I'm going to go Mets here.
All right, Mindy, on the Mets in this one. Look, that comment, we saw that. Rocco saying, does anybody realize how the Mets are crushing? Yeah, I mean, this Mets offense is just outstanding. You'd think Webb would have an advantage against guys like Pete and Canna and Marte, if he's in there today. Everyone's going to be on the Mets. I'm on the Mets with you, I'm pretty sure,
Right.
Mindy. I'll take the Mets. I mean, Peterson, look, I think he's up in a pretty good situation against this lineup. I would think maybe a couple of guys could have Crawford, if he's even in there, maybe Yaz, but I would think he could have a pretty strong day. Maybe it's still an even pitching matchup on the mound. You got to think Webb. It hasn't gotten a lot of run support also. We know that. All right, here, let me just run down the plays here. Demetrius Metzen over, Ash on the Mets. Mindy, you see where this one's going. I mean, why even?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Consensus play. Here's the fun thing. Does anybody ever believe anymore in the fact that the Giants are favored in this game and everybody here wants the Mets? I guess the books are just giving money away. I'm the one that's supposed. I know I'm the one that's supposed to be the skeptical one here out of all of us. I'm going to go with the Mets today with you guys, and 7th Street will be. The Mets have a traveling road show. You ever went to a Mets road game? I mean, they have always have those orange T-shirts. They're at every game. All right, we're all on the Mets. I mean, it's like you'd go by the chat, Mindy. The Mets should be $2 favorites in this game.
Right.
White Sox and the Rays. McClanahan, Dylan Cease. This is a good game. Look, I know that yeah, sure, Tampa's coming back to earth a little bit, but the White Sox, can they? What do you got here? Cease is fine. Come on, you guys.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and take the White Sox on the run line again. Had them yesterday. The good thing is the Kansas City Royals no longer hold the title for worst bullpen since the White Sox gave up, the late inning antics there. But yeah, I think this is definitely going to go ahead and be a pretty good pitching matchup. I'm going to say the Sox stay in it. I'm going to take them here on the run line.
Wow, the Sox moved to last in that in those bullpen numbers, huh? Yep. ERA and WHIP now the worst in the league, but you're willing to still back them, huh, Mindy?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they could go ahead and keep it close. I don't think there's any problems there with that. I expect both of these pitchers to go pretty late. They could probably get into 7 innings. I'm going to say in this one.
Well, I mean, you think the White Sox should, be better than this, certainly, right now. And the bullpen's been a big problem, and we know that. These offenses, I would think, would have a problem here today. These two teams tend to go over, but I don't know. With this pitching, you mentioned you think it's a strong pitching matchup, and I just have to agree with you. Takia, I'm not sure which game, so let me just start with Latifa here over. Takia, if you were on this one over, I'm sorry. Let me know. Here's Tampa and under for Dimitri, or Tampa and I'm just Tampa and White Sox under, or is it Tampa and under? Yeah. Okay, here's a Nerfy for Blake. Raise money line for Ash. Big money line. Maybe that's what Mindy's why she wants to be on the White Sox today, and I feel like I do too, is because the price just still seems high.
Yeah,
McClanahan's
exactly.
off.
I mean, if I could get this one at minus 150, minus 160, I'd probably take the Rays. But if I'm looking at minus 180, don't like it as well.
Yeah, well, it's definitely 180, or if not a little higher. So Leroy says Rays at home easily. I'm taking the run line with Mindy here, you guys. Here's Butterscotch has a lock on the Nerfy in this one. And yeah, I mean this one I just first five under anybody. Okay, Takia over in this game, huh? Lousy Love Rays money line. I just can't do it at this price. I mean, we are seeing the Rays come back down to earth. Yeah, maybe because McClanahan, maybe that's a different story for you guys, and I don't have a problem with that because, we've teased the Rays, all the openers, all that, and other kind of mediocre pitching. McClanahan, he's the ace, right? So
Money. That's right.
okay, here's your game two now. With I saw some comments in there. If you want to comment again, that's fine. But Marlins and Guardians, we do know a little bit more about this matchup with Garrett and Plesac.
Well, we took the Guardians yesterday, so I'm gonna stick with the Guardians today.
Yeah, do we need to? What did I do? What did
You
I
picked the
do?
Guardians. We had consensus.
Oh,
Are you changing your mind?
well, can we watch game one and come back?
Yeah, right. Right. To see how it goes. Funny.
Yeah. All right. Let's. I don't think I. Other than the fact that my note says maybe it's my personal gambling notes. Wait for we're gonna wait for game one, but we better take Cleveland. We took them yesterday. We'll take them today. Let's just stick with that. I do think there's some market activity on the Marlins here that kind of says that maybe that they've got a shot here. Let's take Plesac. Look, Garrett, one of the few pitchers that if you bet on him right now, every time he actually brings you back more than a unit a game, I think, so far. So, all right, that's a tough doubleheader, you guys. But let's take the guard. I guess I've got a Guardian sweep. Okay, Reds and Pirates now with Cessa. Plesac's not pitching for the Pirates, Minnie. Sorry about that. But your old buddy.
Rich Hill. It's Rich Hill.
It's Rich Hill, yeah. That'd be hard for Plesac to. You could see where I typed in right over yesterday's game, I guess is what that says. So here's Rich Hill. He's a favorite.
So Rich Hill has 8.1 home runs per 9 innings. Cessa has 5. What's that?
Go ahead.
And Cessa has a 5 ERA on the road. I'm looking forward to a lot of runs here in this game. I'm going to go over the total.
All right. I'll go over. Why not? I think that the Pirates are going to get most of the runs here, but only 9 runs?
Right?
I'll go over with you. I don't know. Do you guys want to break it down a little bit more? We can, but no, for me, look.
Yeah, you have the total in there at 7.5. I like that one better, though.
Yeah, there it is, right? That was the total on the Plesac game yesterday. That's Thank you, Mindy, for pointing that out. A 9/20. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely would. I like that. But I'll still go over with you. We're gonna have a lot of baseball plays here. It looks like
Yeah,
today. Yeah,
cool.
let's take the over in this one with Sessa and Hill. Uh, Look, Pirates. You guys love taking the Pirates, and why not? Pirates and money line for Blake. He will go over. And I don't have a problem. I know everybody's making fun of Hill but given the right circumstances, certainly in this way this Pittsburgh team has looked so far, you can do worse than throwing out a durable left-hander.
Right. You get
Here's
one for it.
Pirates. Brent Pirates over for Leroy. Brent's on the Pirates. Bionics Pirates. Ash says over, over, over. Demetrius Pirates. Mindy and I are on the over. And we're going to find a way on the Pirates.
Right.
Going to get a little chalky maybe in the premiums, but probably going to look to
It
the Pirates
happens.
today in this one. Like the way they've been going. All right, Mindy, upset city. The hats off to the Las Vegas Athletics. Maybe, as Tony's narrative might say, that the Athletics, with a little bit of organizational stability, could be turning it around. I don't know if that affects the play on the field. I'm not challenging Tony's assertion or anything like that. But the day they announce that they're likely purchasing that land or have agreed to it, they end up coming back, getting the win over the Rangers.
Well, I'm going to try going over the total today in this one here. You got a 10 ERA on the road and a 9 ERA at home. 6 runs of offense. A's allow 8 runs a game on defense. I'm going to go over 9.
Steam came in on the under. You don't care about that.
I don't.
No, and I don't know if I do either. With these two, I mean, if you think of any two teams right now in the whole league that are going over, and it's not because of the A's offense, certainly. Although I think that they might be a few slots here against Hahne that could do something. We haven't seen the A's lineup yet, but maybe Ruiz top of the order. Maybe Rooker can have some success. Aledmus Diaz can have some success as well. And how about Langoliers if he's in the lineup today? So I think we could see these right-handed bats get a little something. Have to be happy for the A's picking up win number 16, Mindy. They're playing 200 baseball so far.
All right.
Maybe the Rangers will smash them. They probably will in a big way, but got to think the A's can. And they're showing some fight. They've lost all of Fujinami's starts so far. Let's take the over, though, at just 9 runs. Yeah, we're going over. Semien, Garcia, Jung, they're all going to hit Fujinami, I would think. What do you guys? Are they with us? Here comes Takia. Is that over in this game again? I'm sorry. Takia is so fast. I think I'm going to say yes, that's over in this game. Ash says Rangers run line. Texas run line here. Demetrius, Rangers money line and over. Look at this. I don't know. Texas and under. Are they both locks, Curtis? And if so, Curtis going against us here on the under, likes Andrew Hahne. Lots of Rangers. Scoring, maybe, says Bionic. All right, Mindy, we're on the over. We're going to have some baseball action. Tigers and Orioles. Gibson here as a big favorite, minus 175. The total's 8 flat. I don't think that I might have got a little lazy on typing in these lines. I just type over, Mindy, over the previous game, with the pictures because I don't want to type the pictures, so apologize.
Right.
Embarrassing. Okay, the total's 8.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here in this one. Kyle Gibson has that 1.42 ERA at home, 25% K rate. Tigers only averaging 2.8 runs per game. I think we can keep it under here in this one today.
Steam came in on the over. These two teams do trend a little bit over. I'm going to agree with Mindy. We're not getting the best number here. It wasn't 9, but it was definitely 8.5, maybe even juiced to the over a little bit on the opener. So it's been a pretty significant drop. Not saying it's necessarily sharp. Like I said, there was steam on the over. And in fact, I do see there were a few 9s at one point. Just no opening. Man, this total was all. I'm going to take under. It's got to be an under, I would think, in this matchup. Not going to even fool around with it. We know the Tigers lineup isn't producing too much right now, and they're going to be really up against it in this game. Talk about these public favorites. I mean, this just reeks of it today. I don't expect an upset possibility here. Here's Orioles over for Blake. Big Lucci's here today. Big Lucci hasn't just got here, and Mindy shouting out our picks yesterday. Mindy 3-0. You know, we mentioned 2 more consensus. The other game we hit the side and total, you and I. So yes, Mindy was definitely 3-0. Free NBA picks yesterday. Demetrius on Baltimore, Leroy Baltimore. I'd say Baltimore to me, Mindy, is probably more of a $2. Even I don't have a problem with $1.75 here in this one. Hope I don't get all juiced up in the premiums, but
right.
That's where I'm gonna be. Here's Ash on the Orioles. And Brent says kind of feeling Detroit today. And you know what? I don't actually. I look forward to some things maybe from Wentz. I think I have more expectations or promising expectations than most. So I think he can hold over a little bit on some of these guys and help contribute to an under. Certainly, some of these left-handed guys like Chucky, Adam Frazier, if he's in there, and maybe Henderson. So, all right, let's take an under here, Mindy. Wow, we're playing ball.
Right.
Red Sox and Brewers. Wade Miley. And here $1.30-ish. Oh, it's down to $1.20. So maybe the Red Sox, after that victory yesterday, getting a little bit of support here in this one, and the total 8.5 over 15. That's down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to go under the total in this one here as well. You have, Miley, the home ERA of 0 base on balls per 9 innings at home there as well. Garrett also doesn't put anyone on base when he's on the road here. Also has that 30% K rate. I really like the under here in this one.
Some of those days when it starts to feel I get not uncomfortable because, look at it. We had a good day yesterday. Feels good. I like the under. Red Sox and Brewers. What do you guys like? I agree with Mindy. Look, we've definitely seen the great Brewers bullpen, the great Brewers pitching so far, and they score some runs. And the Red Sox definitely can score some runs. But Miley's been okay, right? And I don't know. I think he could. I think against Verdugo he'll be okay. Against Devers he'll be okay. Against Yoshida, talking about some of these left-handers. So, if anything, the Brewers I think have a pretty strong advantage with some of their bats, especially Adames and maybe Contreras, maybe Anderson, maybe even the bottom of the lineup could get something done. But I think with an 8.5, I'm gonna take another under. I'm gonna go with you here. We're in lockstep right now. Funny how that worked. I mean, the other day, what did we have? We only had 2 out of 14, but
yeah, it happens.
So it looks like not a lot of interest in this game. Here's Ash with Brewers run line. Brewers run line at plus $1.60. Wow, under for Blake. And there's okay. Astros and Braves. I think Curtis, he opens the door, he checks the time. I don't know. I see Curtis, like he looks like the guy with, he's got the looks like the guy who runs the place. Watch our time. Okay, what do you got, Mindy? Here, the Braves. Oh man, I'm showing the Astros have moved to a favorite here, to maybe even a $1.15. A little bit of a shift here for sure.
Okay.
Even if it's a pick 'em, whatever, it's moving towards the Astros.
Okay. I'm gonna go over the total here. Kyle, geez, he had a 12 ERA. Both pens are giving up the long ball here as of late too. I like this one to go over the total late in the game here in this one.
Well, I hope it goes over early in the game because I'm going over.
Or that.
Mindy on. There are some concerns, but this Braves lineup right now, and you mentioned Kyle Wright. The Astros, they've got to turn around a little bit. I have concerns because these guys can, I want to say, metrically, is that in a fair state? Like, they should be a little bit better than they have. Well, Framber's interesting because they've been losing some games with Framber.
They have, right? They have. It's been interesting. He's been, I don't know what it is. Again, it's kind of like Alcantara, right? It's like they give up these big innings where they just they're putting up zeros everywhere, and then they put up a 4 in the 4th inning. Like it's just been kind of wild.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, Wright's not going to be a 12 ERA guy. I mean, he should be okay against guys like Dubon and Bregman, Abreu, but because I don't know, the Astros maybe aren't hitting what we're expecting. Maybe this is what's expected now. Again, we're still waiting for them to be healthy as well. So Braves money line for Blake, Astros for sure, says Ash. Braves again, says Bionic. So, and Butterscotch says the Astros bullpen blew those games, and that's not what we getting from the Astros, right? The best bullpen around last couple seasons. So, Big Lucci. Well, let's hope they get a few more. Let's take the over, and I'm going to probably trust this Braves team today, Mindy, especially if this looks like a good price. Darren on the Braves. All right. No wonder I can't sell I keep talking about who I kind of like, but that's okay. I want you guys to win. You guys know you can trust our packages over there. You've seen what's going on. That's okay. We'll give you the free picks. All right, Mindy. Joe Musgrove is making his return today to the mound, and he's got a tough matchup here against Merrill Kelly. Here it is. I mean, I've talked about how Padres on the road. I had the Diamondbacks as a premium yesterday.
Right.
Maybe I'm a Padre. I've watched their games more than that's my team. So I'm the Padres correspondent. Talk about everybody in the chat. They're the correspondents of their teams. I had no way do I trust the Padres in this spot.
Right. That's kind of how I was going to look at it. I also had the Diamondbacks on the run line yesterday. I was really surprised at the Padres putting up a zero run.
Again?
Yeah. But I'm taking the Diamondbacks on the run line here. Padres throwing Musgrove, as you said, out due to injury. Kelly 1-2, 2.53 ERA, 18 Ks. He pitched pretty good his last outing. He just gave up 1 run on 5 hits. Padres, are they really ranked 28th in batting average at a 2.16? And the Diamondbacks, quite opposite. They're 5th right now, a 2.64 team average. I want to take those Diamondbacks today. But I'll be interested to see how Musgrove comes out here.
Yeah, I mean, look, it wasn't an arm injury. They broke his toe. I think he was lifting
Correct.
some weights and dropped a weight on his toe. And that sucks. I mean, that, if anything, and the thing about the Padres and their previous pitching history a little bit with since they've had AJ Preller is they get guys and then they make sure they go get Tommy John surgery to make him better. But Joe, this is a different type of injury where I'd actually have a little bit of concern on the comeback necessarily with mostly to me, not the push off or anything like that. In fact, I don't even know what's showed it, but the repetition of not pitching when you were nursing a broken toe that came in the middle of spring training. So you didn't get that full, and that's what's kind of delayed him. He wants to be fully ready, but Merrill Kelly is pretty darn good, no doubt. So, and the Padres struggling. Ash will take the Padres. Arizona, what's that, Curtis? Arizona plus 2.5. I mean, that's
super
fine.
run line.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I just thought that might be. I mean, Mindy, I'll take him on the run line with you. I'd take him on the money line, quite frankly, today. Here's Blake, Arizona money line, and a Yurfee. And yeah, Musgrove, but he was more just going through the mode, unlike a Fernando Tatis, who he can go out there and dominate a AAA, and then now he's struggling. And again, I made the joke yesterday or I don't know if it was a joke, but on Tony's show that the Padres were problems with having too much money in their back pockets, weighing them down on the field. So that's the way I feel about it. I think I still think they'll turn around, have a fine season, probably they couldn't miss the playoffs with the lineup they're throwing out there. There's no way they're going to finish 28th in batting with that line. But again, Soto's broken. I mean, he has a swing that it looks beautiful when he's the best hitter in the league, and then when he's not looking so good, it looks like he's forgot how to swing. So I'm not sure. Let's take Arizona run line here, Mindy. Plenty of support for the money line, but we'll take them on the run line because you said run line, and then I do want the Padres to win.
There we go. See, we can have both things occur.
And coming up soon, Mindy, I wish I could get this for you, is Joe Musgrove bucket hat day.
Really?
Yeah, it looks really cool. His family runs a coffee shop. He's a player that I covered extensively as a high schooler. And his parents have a coffee shop. Like when Musgrove wins, the Padres win, the coffee shop, and it's like rural, out where I was at.
Okay.
And when he would have when he had the no hitter, the coffee shop had a line of cars a mile long to get to the parents' coffee shop, and the thing actually has coffee. It says Musgrove with coffee cups on it.
Really?
Yeah, you'd love it.
I'm gonna write it down. Maybe I can find.
Probably get one off of you. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Your two teams here, so you will go to our correspondent, Royals and Angels. Mindy, I had gave out Angels run line. Like I said, we nailed this one yesterday. I gave out Angels run line. You gave out the under. I'm sure we'll get it right here today.
I'm sure of it, right? Because I'm picking the Royals here on the run line. They're throwing Greinke. He's 0-3, I know, with the 4.03 ERA. But he does have 17 Ks this year. Anderson hasn't been pitching all that great, right? 6.75 ERA, 10 Ks. Allowed 6 runs in his last start in just 4 innings here. I think he might be able to help these Royals in their streak. I mean, they're sitting right behind the Padres, so they got to keep pace. I'm taking the Royals here on the run line.
Oh, I don't know if that's a little bit of a dig, because I do.
It's a lot of dig.
Yeah, I do been giving them a hard time, but have a soft spot for these Royals.
Yeah.
Well, because I used to root for them against the Yankees back in the day in those playoff games that I ditched school in the 70s and watch them because they'd be playing at 10 in the morning on TV on the West Coast on national television, the way they used to do it. So Royals probably, pretty tough against Anderson, but Anderson just hasn't been good enough. I'm going to go. I'm over in this game, Mindy. I know we went under yesterday. I'm going to take it over here. Is it 9.5 still? 9.5 juice to the over. I was thinking premium, and maybe I underestimated the line a little bit. It's too high. I do like the over. I preferred it over 9. Here comes a couple of plays here, I hope. Here's Curtis with the Angels and under. So, well, Curtis is fading us in this one. Takia on the Royals. Blake
Hooray!
under. So I'm on the over, you guys, in this one. Mindy's on her Royals. I say her. She's an Angels fan too.
Oh yeah, both. I say I'm a Royals fan during the day and the Angels fan at night.
Well, this game's at night.
Right, so I'll be conflicted.
Well, that is interesting, Big Lucci, because that let me tell you, I will say this. I mean, that used to be an industry standard, so that's why you're going to see. And I don't know. I haven't checked with BetMGM in Nevada. I would think that Nevada's they're behind the times. Like I said, those multi-game parlays. What do they call it? The multi when you play the same, like correlated. That
Same
was
game
like
parlay,
a
yeah.
no-no back in the day. You never could do anything like that. Now the books kind of like go with it because they think they can just crush us so much with other things, and they do. So they've loosened up some of those. And I was flabbergasted when it started to happen with these multi-game parlays. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
Like a same game parlay.
same game parlay, right, where you're correlating some of these actions, players to go under their point total, parlayed with the under in the game. Uh,
Right.
and again, those people weren't even available in Nevada back when it was only Nevada, but there was just certain things you could not do, such as a run line with a total. But now, I think maybe because there's just so many products, and when I say products, I mean offering of different styles of bets, they feel it's safer for them now to be able to allow that, throw the players a bone a little bit, and they'll crush us something else. Ash is on the Angels here. So thanks, Big Lucci. Good comment there. That is something that can be discussed at length. Not a lot of opinion on this game, Mindy, but you're on the Royals run line and I'm on the over. Okay, we're just about done here. Except I'll have some football picks when we get Mindy getting with the plays lined up. She'll be busy with this baseball. Cardinals, Mariners. Good matchup, I'd say, still, even with whatever's going on with the Cardinals at this point and the Mariners, both under 500. I think we were expecting a little bit more from both, maybe more so from the Cards. What do you got here?
Well, I mean, Mikolas just hasn't been pitching well, really, at all. 8.10 ERA, 19 Ks, 5 walks. I think that would let the Mariners maybe get on the board here early, often. Cardinals offense, I think, will take a little bit more time to get rolling here facing Castillo, but the Dodgers didn't seem to have. I shouldn't say the Dodgers. The Cubs
Yeah.
didn't have too much trouble facing Castillo here the last time out. Mariners bullpen. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're great either. I'm going to go ahead and take the over is kind of what I'm getting at here in this one. I think that's kind of how it's going to go. We get a lot of Seattle runs, and I think maybe we're going to get a little bit of Cardinal runs. I think it's going to get over the total today.
I do too. And Curtis does have over as a lock in this game. And saw yesterday, Cardinals jump out to a lead. Seattle come back, tie the game, go right past them, won the game. Sharps are going to be on the under here, and maybe I'm even. Let me see what I have on the screen. It's 7.5. Yeah, and 7.5. I'm totally fine with that. I know it didn't make it to that number yesterday, and this Cardinal lineup for whatever their problems are. I mean, you'd think they should be better at this point, going up against Castillo. I mean, that's a pretty tall order, but I do think it'll be on the Mariners to be able to get to Mikolas a little bit. Talking about, again, popular public favorites really getting it done right now. I think the Mariners, let's see what the chat has to say in this one, Mindy. Curtis did say Cards, but here comes Butterscotch, Seattle, Blake, Seattle, Mariners by everyone. It isn't yet Bionic. We just have 3 or 4 on the Mariners, so that wasn't as overwhelming as like that Mets play that we had. But again, this is another significant public favorite that looks pretty strong tonight. They're probably going to need at least 5, Mindy, or maybe 6 to get us there. Maybe the Cardinals can Castillo, and the way these Cardinals are hitting, that's what worries me a little bit. But let's take the over in this one. These two teams haven't been overwhelming under teams, and I think Castillo's been okay right now.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab, where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.